guys, I'm back with a new video and let's talk about the Bikeriders. So this was not a movie that I was planning on reviewing actually, but I got pretty lucky that this film played on a film festival here, one that was actually dedicated to motorcycles and just bike riders in general. And I thought, well, this is coming out here really early, so I guess I'm just gonna give it a go. So without further ado, let's just get to it. So if you don't know anything about the film, I would say this is a pretty simple story. It's actually about a true story. It's based on a book, a photo book, from a photographer that followed these bike club during the 60s. And it's about them. It's basically like a biography in a way. So that's it. What's really good about this film is the cast. Like this one has like a really impressive cast. So the movie stars Austin Butler, Jodie Comer, Tom Hardy, Mike Fast, a lot of other people, and kind of like some surprising cameos, I would say. And the cast here is so good. Such like a cast with so many big names. And now let's move on to my thoughts. So overall, I would say this is a really cool film. It was a little bit slow for me, I felt like it dragged a little bit at times, but it's a really interesting subject matter, one that I didn't really know much. So on that regard, I think if you don't really know much about this world, you will at least be really interested, because you will learn new things. But even if you know this world, I think you would like it, because I think there's some little things that are just for the motorcycle people, the people who love this world and are part of some clubs. There's definitely some terms that I wasn't familiar with and maybe I didn't get it. So I think this is just as interesting for those who don't know a lot about it, but just really good for those who are part of this world. My favorite thing about the film are the actors. As I said, it's an ensemble cast, but not only that, they are really good. To me, the star here is Jodie Comer. I knew her from obviously Killing Eve, but she has been in some other films like The Last Duel. She was really good in that one as well. And she has a really different character here from all the other ones that I've seen her portray. So I loved her. But also Austin Butler, he's really captivating in this role. Every single scene with him and with her, them together were so interesting. Everyone else is really good as well, but I think those two are the standouts. I also liked that this had Mike Fast in it. His role is really small, but it was interesting to see him in something else besides Challengers, and something like this film. I'm watching it so close to watching Challengers, so it was interesting. As I said, the issue for me with the film is the pacing. It is a little bit slow and there's a big dip in the second act. Every time Jodie Comer and or Austin Butler are on screen, it's really captivating. But when it focuses on other actors and other characters, I'm just not as interested. I don't know, in the second act really dragged for me, but then it picks up again at the end as a movie should. And that's my only issue. I think it runs for a bit too long as well. It could be 15 minutes shorter, because I definitely felt the runtime. So I guess that's my main issue. Besides that, I think it's a pretty good film still. It is a bit slow and it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. Like, I thought it would have a bit more like action. It's more of a drama, I would say, but it has an interesting subject matter, really good performances. The film really looks really good as well. There's some shots that are really beautiful, and I liked it's not really the color grading, but it lacks like saturation, so I like that. And there's lack of contrast as well. I think it's trying to mimic the 60s feel. And that goes for the soundtrack as well. There's a lot of like 60s music, so I was into that as well. So I would say if you don't know a lot about this world, and if you like Austin Butler and or Jodie Comer, this is totally worth a watch. And yeah, it's a good movie. And post that, let's get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, maybe if it was a bit more like dynamic, if it wasn't so slow, I would give it a higher score. Yeah, that's the only issue. Everything else is pretty good. Cinematography, I also give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think the movie looks really good, as I said. And originality, I give it a 3 out of 5 because I don't think I've seen a lot of films with this subject matter, but like the story, how the story flows, it's really familiar, and it's not that it's predictable, but you can sort of see where it's going. Like the ending was sort of surprising. I wasn't expecting like how it ended. It's nothing really like twisty or anything. It's just, yeah, there's a slight mystery towards the end of the film, and I just wasn't expecting how it ended. But maybe if you know the true story, it won't be a surprise to you. I didn't know anything about it, as I said. So yeah, everything was a surprise. It's a bit slow, but I still enjoyed it. So guys, these are my thoughts on the Bikeriders. I'm really happy that I got to watch this so early. So I don't know if any of you have seen it already. I know it played in some film festivals. So if by any chance you've watched it, let me know in the comments what you thought. If you haven't seen it yet, let me know if you are planning on watching it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!